record is about destiny, and that's why we chose to name the record Amaryllis. It's a flower that grows in the desert, usually in parts of South Africa, and at the time of the year that it grows, it's extremely hot, and there's no real reason as to how it blooms, because there's not a lot of vegetation around it, and that's really the symbolism to the album and what it means. It's about growing every day as a person, and that's what we want everybody to take from this record. It's about rising above and about showing who you are to the world and showing your true colors to the world. So let your amaryllis bloom. We're quite fearless when it comes to making records. We don't ever believe in a top because we're always trying to outdo what we've already done. We're never really satisfied. I can guarantee you that we never will be. And that's a good thing because it keeps us motivated and it pushes us. It allows us not to be desensitized to any situation or any subject that we're talking about or what it is that we're trying to convey to the world. We definitely are four gentlemen that have something to say. Ultimately, when we were in the studio this time working on Amaryllis, we didn't look at any of the other three records because that's just not the way that we approach music. It was a different day, it was a new time. You know, it's the next chapter in this machine, in this life form, in this living piece of art that we call Shinedown. Bully, you know, isn't specifically about me. It's about everyone that's ever had, you know, a confrontation with someone. It's not a song that's condoning violence. What it's condoning is survival. Nobody has the right to come up to anyone and physically or mentally hit you or attack you. You know, you can't bow down. You shouldn't have to feel in any way, shape, or form that you have to be programmed to be weak. Stand up for yourself, you know, because that's part of life.
I'll Follow You Down is my favorite song on the record. I came in, Eric and Brenda wrote the song, and I came in on the day that Eric was finishing up production on the demo. And I remember hearing it and thinking lyrically what an amazing song it was and how universal it was and how worldly it was as far as the song goes and can kind of relate to everyone's situation, which is the beautiful part about music to me. You know, Brent and Eric can write a song about a certain situation and you can kind of take that and put it on your everyday life.
We see each other more than we see our own families. We're all of us do. We're practically married for the most part, and having the extra musicianship in the band is always a great thing, and I think that's what changes the sound of Shinedown, and that's how we continue to grow. We all become better musicians over time. We all become better songwriters over time, and now having the input of Zach and Eric in the band has just made those songs even better than probably what they could have been before, and I think you'll hear it in Amaryllis how much the songwriting has matured.
A song like Unity, which is 100% about as you go through your day, think about this, as you walk down the street, as you go to your job, as you are out in the world, you know, all the people that you'll meet along the way, in all reality, that's your brother and your sister, you know, and it's about building each other up instead of tearing each other down. There is always a compromise, there is always a better result that can happen when people look at each other, you know, face to face, and they talk to one another, and they actually look inside each other and find out who they truly are as a person. You can totally rise above.
Put your hands in the air if you hear me out there. I've been looking for you day and night. Shine a light in the dark, let me see where you are, 'cause I'm not gonna leave you behind.
We're one of those bands that after we get done with the show, we'll go outside and hang out with our fans, sign whatever autographs they want. We never say no.
No matter how cold.
No matter how cold or if it's raining or whatever. They're the ones that keep us here, so you have to give them as much as you can. And it's not like the good old days when the music was dangerous and you didn't know anything about the artist. Those days are gone, so then you have to embrace that your whole life is out there for the fans, and you give it your whole life to them as much as you possibly can. They know more about you than you would want to know.
No one knows whether for me it's boxers or briefs, but I do.
I know. We're just not going to tell you.
And the moment of truth is the day that you say, I'm not scared. Put your hands in the air if you hear me out there.
We would like to tell all of our fans that we love you so very, very much and adore you. Our new record is called Amaryllis, and we will see you on the road very, very soon. We'll see you out there.
If I told you that you're not alone, and I show you this is where you belong, put your hands in the air one more time. Put your hands in the air one more time.
We never really have vacations, so I mean, we were just off. We had a couple weeks off, so before Europe, and then start this, and then we'll be out. We'll have a week off, like before Europe, so in May, have a week off. I have a Michael Myers mask that you guys can go see. It sits back on my amp, and then I'm pretty weird because I'm religious. I'm a Christian, but I'm also superstitious, so they kind of count each other out. But yeah, if I find pennies on heads, I keep them, and And I put a necklace on January 1st of every year, and I don't take it off till the next January 1st. So, like ever, for shower or anything. So, those are my little quirks. I don't have too many of them.
I love Walmart. I absolutely love Walmart. I love every Walmart that's all over the world. Each individual Walmart, all the international love, all the Americana love. I love Walmart. I love Walmart. No, but for real, seriously, being in a touring band and touring the way that we do, Walmart is actually like that beacon in the sky, kind of, because you need a lot of things on the road. There's certain things that, we do at least once a week. We'll do a 2 a.m. or a 3 a.m. Walmart run, and it's, you can stop with the buses and everybody goes in, and it's late at, it's early in the morning actually, but it's always a shop where you can get everything that you need, especially for like the quote-unquote personal hygienes. You definitely you always want to make sure there's a Walmart around when you're on tour. I was born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I live in California now, but the band's been around for over 10 years now, and I've pretty much been on the road for 12 plus years. But I just recently bought a house in Thousand Oaks, California in March of last year. So I just celebrated a year, and me and my girl just celebrated a year in our house.
Awesome, congratulations.
Thank you. And now we're getting ready to go on tour for an undisclosed amount of time.
Jeez.
We don't ever put a time limit on anything. We just go, It's the best way to be in what we do. We consider ourselves to be a fearless band when we're in the studio, and we consider ourselves to be fearless when we're on the road. So we never really look at it like we're gonna put a schedule together and say, yeah, we're gonna go home on this day. We just go and go and go, because we want to see the audience grow, and we want to see the venues get bigger. Because at the end of the day, we only have one boss, and it's everybody in the audience. So we genuinely love doing what we do. I'm a people person, so we genuinely, we love to tour.
This is my wardrobe case that I use on the road. I haven't even really looked at it in well over a year because we've been off the road, so it's kind of a mess. But I collect skulls. I got an affinity for skulls just because they always remind you of what's around the corner. They keep you going. And then voodoo dolls. I collect voodoo dolls. I'm not a voodoo practitioner by any means, but I just find them really cool. And speakers for listening to music. A couple of my Wing Chun books because I do Wing Chun Kung Fu. So you got to study that.
It was, I'd actually sort of written off playing in bands anymore, and had decided to go produce records and do that whole thing, and so I opened a recording studio and sort of jumped in headfirst into that and did that for about 6 years, I think, and before I met Brent and Barry, and They were writing songs for the Sound of Madness, and we came to the studio. We worked together. We hit it off, and I came out of retirement, I guess. It's been good. You know, it sort of caught me off guard at first, and then you know, these guys always remind me, Brent and Barry and Zach always remind me that you know, that I did a lot of hard work to get to this point. Prior to that, you know, while they were out doing touring and stuff, I was making a name for myself as a writer and producer. So. You know, jumping in, you know, the weird thing is coming out of the recording studio where you're in front of a computer for 12 hours a day, and you know, other than when the bands are there and you're working with them, but it's sort of a solitary, a lot of solitude, you know, a lot of alone time.
Yeah, so
from
now
that into this was a bit of a transition. It always is. I mean, we just got done writing the record. We were writing for a year and a half, and you know, it was the same thing. I was in the studio writing all the time.
Right.
You know, so kind of going through it again now. You know, you have to readjust to being in front of people.
We're the band Shinedown, and you have arrived at Soundcheck, sponsored by Axe.
Be sure to check out our new album, Amaryllis, in stores now or at walmart.com.
All you'll ever be is a fading memory of a bullet. Making of a joke while they're hanging on the rope so low.
We're quite fearless when it comes to making records. We don't ever believe in a top because we're always trying to outdo what we've already done. Ultimately, when we were in the studio this time working on Amaryllis, we didn't look at any of the other 3 records because it's the next chapter in this machine, in this life form, in this living piece of art that we call Shinedown.
To check out our performance anytime you want, go to walmart.com/soundcheck.